it's your first hockey-related question. Hockey Twilight question. Ready? Okay. In this section, Bella is having a hard time with being new to the group. So for the three of you, what's it like to be a new player trying to gel with an established team?
I'll go here. I don't know. Like last year was my first year in Bonnyville, so kind of just came in with just going about like yourself, pretty much. Just going in there, be who you are. Don't try and act a different way to improve people. Just go in there and make friends with the guys. I don't think guys will be, or what group you'll be in, I don't think they'll judge you or anything like that. Just go in, be who you are, and will come out as a positive outcome.
That's good advice. Justin, Chayce?
Yeah, my first year, two years ago, I came in with a good group of leaders with Chayce, and those guys set a good examples for us and welcomed us into the team, into the community pretty well, and we kind of carried that tradition on for Trey, and hopefully the more people we do that and kind of carry the culture with, it'll just keep going down the line, and it'll be great for Bonnyville.
Chayce, who we're now aware is better at this than Jessica. What do you think?
No, they pretty much said it all. Just one thing I'd say is everyone's nervous no matter who you are, even if you're an outgoing guy. So it's not bad to be nervous when you're meeting a new group. Everybody feels the same way.
That is excellent advice. I don't think Bella is going to take it. Let's read on and find out where she makes some mistakes going forward.
Spellbound by the natural aquarium below me. The bouquets of brilliant anemones undulated. Oh my God, it's a cluster of difficult words.
It's not just a thesaurus, it's a thesaurus. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna skip a couple words there. Obscuring the crabs within them, starfish stuck motionless to the rocks and each other, while one small black eel with white racing stripes wove through the bright green weeds, waiting for the sea to return.
I'll pause here to welcome Jon. Thanks for making it, Jon. Because you're late for the next reading, which I think is Trey's, I think you're going to have to act out. You're going to have to act out what Trey's reading here. Sound good, Trey?
All good with me.
How do you want?
Pause.
Okay.
Sorry there. I know you just started reading and you're the one who gets paused for the question.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Here's your next Hockey Twilight question, guys. Here, Bella gets rattled by an unexpected comment that changes what she thought was happening. Have you ever been rattled on the ice, say by a hit you didn't see coming or by an unexpectedly good shot or play?
You want me to go first?
Sure thing.
Barker, you got it, man.
All right. Something that rattles me. I don't know. Maybe like a bad call, tough penalty, maybe. Go with that.
Good. I would just say just a dirty hit. If someone ever did that to our teammates, obviously we're all going to stick up for them. So yeah, a dirty hit would rattle me and probably start something for sure.
What do you do with a dirty hit that doesn't get called?
You go after the guy that hit the player. I don't know. Like we got taught that, would you let someone do that to you, like your mom or something? So obviously I wouldn't let that happen to any of the boys. So, if a guy ever makes a dirty hit or something to any of the boys, I'll be right there.
Yeah, that's a tough question. You got to balance the stopping them from doing it again with with taking that penalty. That's a good one.
We'll kill off that penalty.
Oh yeah.
10 times over.
All day.
Every time we'll kill that off. One thing that rattles me is probably getting a stick to the face. I don't like getting high sticked. Got like 10 stitches in my face last year, so my first year. So yeah, it kind of rattles me.
That's not a great memory to go back to, and it's not fun while it's happening to start with.
No, it looks cool after though, so it's worth it. Schmidt?
You're the man, Stat.
I know.
How about you, Chayce? Rattled by anything?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, okay.
Schmidt, you're the one starting everything on the ice.
Really, with a name like Smitty, we all kind of like, oh, I don't do anything. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. All right,
You're right.
guys. John, you want to start back up? Bella is deking in one direction, trying to disguise where she really wants the conversation to go. So what are your go-to moves for pulling off a successful deke on the ice?
On like a goalie or like a player?
Either way, what do? You look around him. What's going on?
We're
I
like
mean,
a solid.
you gotta find open ice. So have your head up, look to find open ice, and then if you're going against a D-man, catch them off guard with your speed. Make them think you're going one way and then shift to the other, and then like same thing with the goalie. Make them go left to right. Make them like drop down, maybe give them a little fake, and then score top cheddar and Sally with the boys.
Extremely Letterkenny. Thank you, Trey.
Yeah, we're not the most skilled guys, deking wise. So we're more get in the corner and go to work.
I like that. None of this what Bella's doing here, trying to trick somebody, just straight in.
Yeah, exactly. Just put your head down and go to work.
I think Schmidt thinks he's a skill guy for sure.
Yeah.
Look at him.
You should see his shot and stride. It's pretty cool.
What do you think there, Chayce? Do you use dekes while you're on the ice?
Rarely. I use my feet.
All right, we've got 2 straightforward players and 1 soccer player. How about you, John? How do you do it?
Well, I play defense, so usually I don't have to deke too much, but I don't know if it's the rare breakaway, maybe in practice, backhand toey.
Last man back on the blue line.
Oh yeah,
Dirty.
absolutely.
Ew.
We promote that actually.
Yeah, that'd go well.
Well, what do you think? How do you stop people from getting around you then? What advice do you have for Jacob? Someone's trying to get around him, got him looking in totally the other direction here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't look at the puck. Stare at the chest. Then you just smoke them. I don't know.
There we go, Jacob. You should be staring at the chest.
Exactly.
All right. Chayce, continue.
Angela just stared out the window at the escalating storm, and Lauren twisted around in the middle seat to occupy Tyler's attention, so I could simply lay my head back on the seat and close my eyes and try very hard not to think.
Well done, guys. That's the end of the chapter. I think this is the first chapter where we kind of understand where a lot of people are coming from, where they don't like the main character so much. This is not the most positive traits that a person could be showing here. So this is your last Twilight hockey question related to that. In this chapter, Jacob just seems like a nice but innocuous guy in comparison to the superpowered Cullens. But in later chapters, we will find out that he has superpowers of his own. What is it like to face a team or player whose performance is completely different from what you were expecting?
It's a tough question.
That is a tough question.
I was
That's
having
a-
fun
that's
with
a thinker.
all
That's a
fun
thinker
thinking
for sure.
questions. Everyone is pondering off the screen.
Could you repeat your question, please?
Yeah, what's it like to play against someone that you didn't really expect?
Yeah, you're playing against someone you thought they were just, maybe fine, whatever, and then they just hammer a shot and it's really good and you did not think that was coming out of that person, something like that. Or a team that you thought was fine and suddenly they're just having a great game for some reason. How's that to face?
I don't know, like that's tough. I'd just say like, yeah, we can like respect like, wow, they amazed us, or this guy, holy, like he has a good shot, but it doesn't really change our perspective of the game. We come in with a mindset and a goal to win pretty much. So, that doesn't really change our mindset if someone's, outstanding one night, like could be just by luck but it just, we're here to win, and that really doesn't faze us.
That's a solid answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with Trey. We do a lot of video on teams that we're gonna face, and it's not a huge league, so we know who we're playing and we know who's good and who's not. But we try and be prepared for every single team, and if someone is having a really good game, then that just makes us work a little bit harder to prevent them from having a good game. So we might be a little harder on that guy if he is doing good. So I think that's just kind of how we respond to that.
Do you have discussions like if something unexpected is happening and you get off between periods, that's something that you're talking about in the dressing room?
Yeah, we're always talking about plays we should have made, plays we might make in the future, what to build off of. It's not quiet in the dressing room. In intermission, it's definitely a lot of game plan, a lot of frustration depending how the game's going.
Chayce or Jon, anything to add there?
Yeah, I think they hit the nail on the head with that. I mean, I haven't played a game with them yet, but typically in the past, you do pre-scouts on other teams. And then you just kind of go off of little things you pick up during the games as you go, and just little tendencies that maybe their D pinch a little more than expected. Maybe they switched that up, or maybe it's like a little tendency that the like their forechecks, what they're doing, if they change it up with their lines. So yeah, just little stuff like that.
Chayce, anything to add there?
No, I got it. They say everything.
All right, perfect. Then I'll move on to Jessie's favorite question, the last one that she likes to ask everyone. She's been asking all of your teammates is who here, if you had the choice, would you choose to be immortal? And you can only make the choice once. You don't get to die later.
I don't know.
No, I don't think
The
so.
answer is no.
No?
No.
Yeah, I would say no. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely go no.
You're, I think, an unusual group of guys. The majority of you have said no, which is pretty interesting. What do you guys think? Why is that a no for you?
I don't know. I feel like everyone's kind of got their time. You live your life and then move on. I mean, it might be tough to see everybody else, go to, and then you're just stuck there. Like, yeah, you can meet new people, but I don't know.
You only live once. YOLO.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah,
Make most of the life you have and enjoy every minute of it.
exactly.
Not worth as much if it just keeps going on and on.
Exactly.
Well, maybe if they knew what was going to happen in the future, then maybe my answer might be different. But I like just, just do whatever. You only live once. Do whatever.
You don't get to say YOLO if you're immortal. You lose
Exactly.
that whole thing.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to be a mortal.
Especially not if you had to drink people's blood, which comes up later in the book. I just couldn't,
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That's a
Well,
tough
all
one.
right, guys. We'll let the group think for a second. Does anyone have any further questions, any comments on this? While I ask you one question here. This is the first chapter where we've seen Jacob. I don't know how much you guys know about Twilight in general, other than what has just kind of percolated into the general culture. Does anyone have an opinion on Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I would go Team Jacob for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I go.
I mean,
Team
he
Jacob.
changes into a wolf. That's pretty sick. So I would definitely want to be him. Maybe if that was like a mortal thing, if I can change into like a wolf, then yeah.
Only immortal if you can be a cool werewolf.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's pretty good, guys. Okay. Thanks everyone so much for coming. We have a comment from Anna. Neither is the better option in her opinion. She thinks Edward should have the pick, but probably a 0 on both of them.
I think we've got another question.
Yeah, I saw that too.
We've got a question here from Rhonda. She wants to know if
Sweet.
the fans ever throw you guys off your game.
I'd say they get us going.
Yeah, I'd say no. This year we got to play a little bit, but there was no fans, and we had a real tough time with that because we have to create our own energy, and that's pretty hard to do. So I think the fans kind of bring a whole new dynamic, and it's really fun when the whole arena either going for you or against you. It's fun to be in, and it's a good atmosphere.
Yeah, it's definitely an energy booster for sure. Walking out and you see just crowd, everyone's cheering you on, rooting for you. So I would say it's a big energy booster, and say it definitely impacts our game for sure. If the crowd's going, we're going. So it's good.
Now, my little brother used to play for the Grand Prairie Storm, and I think it was up in Fort Mac. He had an opposing fan spit on him while he was in goal. So what's it like when you get fans that are trying to tear you down on the other side?
You gotta prove them wrong.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Most hated.
Yeah, makes beating them a lot sweeter.
Yeah, exactly.
That it would. Thanks again, guys. You came out, you brought your A game for reading and for answering questions tonight. Thanks for doing the reading again. Thanks for sticking around to answer everyone's questions. And I hope to see you again.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great evening.
You too.
You too.